Quote from Daniel Ndeziaremye, African Great Lakes AGLI Wanty Group member. He says, doctors don't treat themselves. They seek other doctors. Peace workers carrying a heavy load need to come together to share the load.
To friends everywhere. Friends Peace Teams is a place where we can gather to listen to, become, challenge, and encourage peace and justice workers around the world. Even as we live and work in the presence of some of the worst human suffering and natural disasters, we come to know peace is possible. We are strengthened by experiencing the daily miracles of love, deep listening, truth-telling, and compassion. At the same time, we suffer from human cruelty, domination, violence, and trauma passed down from generation to generation. Life without love and conscience, peace and justice is tragic. We cry for justice. We cry for healing. We cry for peace. We acknowledge the genocidal crimes against indigenous peoples, the awful ease of complicity, and the ongoing damage of transgenerational trauma. We join with others in calling for an end to the vestiges of white supremacy in our hearts, our laws, our activities, and our society. We commit to working for justice, healing, and peace among all peoples.
Generations of Native Americans have experienced multiple traumas, including genocide, family separations, removal from their homelands, and forced assimilation. These traumas can manifest today in despair, disease, poverty, substance abuse, and suicide. Indigenous-led programs are bringing about healing through traditional, cultural, and spiritual practices. In our Toward Right Relationship with Native Peoples workshops, participants learn how transgenerational trauma harms Indigenous communities and how non-Indigenous people can contribute toward healing by acknowledging the historical and ongoing harms, apologizing for complicity in these harms, and making amends.
Ibihugu bya Afurika byibasiwe n'ubutegetsi bwa gisirikari mu 2021, 2022, kuva Mali kugera Sudani na Burkina Faso. Uyu muco wo gufata ubutegetsi ku ngufu ukomeza ihahamuka. Abahoze ari abaperezida barafunzwe, na bene wabo ndetse na bagenzi babo hafi barafunzwe. Uyu munsi guhirika ubutegetsi, ejo bundi guhirika ubutegetsi bituma ubuzima budahinduka ku bantu babana bafite ibyiringiro bike. Mu karere k'ibiyaga bigari bya Afurika dufasha abantu guhagarika ingengabihe yo gukandamizwa, gukira ihungabana no gushaka inzira igana ku muryango uhamye ufite ubuzima bwiza.
América Latina está marcada por olas de violencia de conquista, colonización y explotación que continúan transmitiéndose a través de guerras civiles y sociales, violencia de pandillas y abuso doméstico. El Programa de Construcción de Paz de las Américas de Friends Peace Teams asume el desafío de compartir herramientas para sanar, volverse resilientes y encontrar formas de sobrevivir y prosperar. Reunimos a miembros de la comunidad y activistas para desarrollar y compartir estas herramientas ampliamente dentro de nuestras comunidades.
In Asia and the West Pacific, we face global exploitation and militarism that have overwhelmed people and communities for generations. We work with children, parents, community leaders, and activists across generations to find another way. Islamic professor Kwayu Arif Raharjo remarked that Peace Place in Indonesia is so different, it is like heaven on earth. Korean activist Park Jong-ju described it as an extraordinary experience of a peaceful community, as natural and ordinary.
People from many languages, religions, and culture gather online for Power of Goodness events to hear stories, share experiences, learn from one another, and discover we are not alone. The themes of the stories enrich our lives, such as treating everyone as a human being, spreading seeds of hope, and acting on conscience. Friends Peace Teams is adding to our website read aloud books in 6 languages, new Power of Goodness stories from Ukraine, Palestine, and Israel, and 4 levels of instructional books used in the Literacy for Peace and Justice program.
Como trabajadores por la paz y la justicia, nos enfocamos en una ecología de prácticas para curarnos a nosotros mismos, crear comunidad, hacer frente a la violencia y actuar en solidaridad con los oprimidos. Desde la defensa de la justicia hasta las bibliotecas de paz, celebramos la vida, nos curamos de generaciones de traumas y trabajamos para poner fin a la explotación, la dominación y la violencia tanto en nuestras vidas privadas como públicas.
I'm Kevin King, a member of Friends Peace Team's Coordinating Council. In a workshop, I got a look of surprise when I mentioned healing my trauma. A woman said, "You can heal from trauma? How can you do that?" I shared my path to healing with the support of Alternatives to Violence Project, the Mankind Project, therapists, and others. I now have a mission to share what I've learned.
We invite you to share your Peace and Justice ministry with us. Our Peace Ministries Committee looks forward to hearing from you. You may also volunteer to serve on the Friends Peace Teams Council or committees to support peace and justice workers worldwide by contacting our clerk. On our website, you can read stories of nonviolence and reconciliation, find recommendations for children's books, sign up for e-news, and register for events. Thank you for your abiding concern and your continued financial support. Please donate online or send a check, and share this epistle with your meeting, church, friends, and others.